Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about the importance of coping with workplace stress. And I picked this topic just because a lot of us can really relate to what stress is. So let's go ahead and talk about what stress is. So stress is a series of psychological responses and adaptations in response to a real or imagined threat to one's well-being. I found this on page 67 in our health books, which is chapter 3. So I also want to talk about what a stressor is. Um, the definition is a physical, social, or psychological event or condition that upsets homeostasis and produces a stress response. So a stressor is what is causing the stress. So if you're studying for a final and you're getting really stressed out about how you're going to do on the final, that final is your stressor. That's what's causing you to be stressed. So workplace stress, in the article it says workplace stress is very annoying, and I'm sure a lot of you have worked in a stressful situation and have found it to be very annoying. And, I do love my job and I love what I do, but at times it can be very stressful. So Harvard Business School and Stanford University actually wanted to do a study on what workplace stress can do to you, or your body can do to you. And my article is called Stress at Work is as Bad as Secondhand Smoke, because what they found was that they have the same outcomes. They have the same type of, effects on your body. They wanted you to think about kind of, the amount of time you actually spend at work. A lot of us do work a lot of hours and spend most of our time working. And that actually increases the chances of early death by almost 20%, which is a little ironic because, you're working so you can provide for yourself and you can have a good life. And it's actually making your life a little bit shorter if you're stressing out all the time at work. So the results of this study actually went along with 228 other studies. Their evidence aligned with all of their other studies, and which I thought was kind of crazy, but maybe that's telling us something, telling us that, work needs to change a little bit. So something they found was that high job demands increase the odds of having an illness diagnosed by a doctor by 35%. And the biggest stressor, so the biggest thing that actually causes stress, is us worrying that we might lose our job. That actually increased the odds of having poor health by 50%, which I thought was a little, crazy to think about. Something I really do love about this article, though, is they give you ways to cope with your stress and to kind of try to reduce your stress. So the ways to cope with your stress include keeping a work stress journal. So whenever you're stressed, kind of write down about it, almost like a diary, keep it to yourself, but that'll show you kind of what situation you're in and what you need to maybe work on in the workplace to make yourself feel a little better. Another thing they said was do a reality check. If you're having really like a lot of anxiety or stress about your job, tell yourself, like, do you really think you're going to lose it, or do you think you're going to be okay? Because chances are you'll be fine. Also, do you really like what you do? Do you really like where you work? Because if you do, chances are, you're going to want to be there and you're not going to stress nearly as much. It's very common for you to stress a few times, but to stress all the time, maybe you need to change your job or, look at something else. Also think about the worst case scenario. What will happen if you really do lose your job? Most of the time it's not going to be a life or death situation, because you have to tell yourself there are other jobs if you ever were to lose it. But hopefully you'll be able to keep your job, and, especially if you're a hard worker, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are. And the thing I found most important was make sure you set limits with your boss. Be assertive and let them know that sometimes you're going to be stressed and you're going to need help. They're human. They've been there. They understand that. And they will help you 9 times out of 10. So I hope you guys really like this presentation, and hopefully you guys can see the article. I really enjoyed this article, so I hope you guys did too. Thank you for watching.